the automaker Nissan. It used to be everywhere at one point, but now Nissan is on life support. The company may not survive beyond 2025.
If you thought car prices would keep climbing forever, 2025 is here to prove you wrong. We're entering a market unlike anything we've seen in years. Dealerships are packed with unsold inventory, prices are falling fast, and anyone who paid a premium for a new car last year is watching their investment sink like a rock. After years of relentless price hikes, the bubble has finally burst. Today, we're breaking down the SUVs that have taken the biggest resale value hits from 2024 to 2025. If you bought one of these, you might want to look away. Let's count down from bad to absolute worst. 12. 2024 Land Rover Discovery. The Land Rover Discovery carries an air of prestige with its sleek design and luxurious interior, but let's be honest, it's got some baggage. This SUV was last fully redesigned in 2017 with a mild refresh in 2021 that added some tech and styling updates. Unfortunately, none of that could fix its biggest issue: reliability. Land Rovers have built a reputation for luxury, prestige, and performance. But behind the elegant design and off-road bragging rights lies a history of mechanical misery. The Discovery, in particular, carries the burden of that legacy. Despite its commanding presence and upscale interior, it has become a cautionary tale for anyone considering a premium SUV that doesn't come with a side of stress. Consumer Reports continues to rank the Discovery as one of the least dependable vehicles in its class. The reasons are no mystery. Chronic electrical issues, frequent drivetrain failures, and exorbitant repair costs have made the Discovery more of a money pit than a motor vehicle. Owners often find themselves visiting repair shops far more often than they'd like, and many mechanics have quietly developed a love-hate relationship with the vehicle. Love for the business it brings in, and hate for the complexity of trying to fix it. And then there's the resale value. The Discovery's depreciation rate is not just steep, it is brutal. A brand new 2024 Discovery started at $61,375. Fast forward just 1 year, and that same vehicle is now worth approximately $42,595. That is a drop of $18,780 in 12 months, nearly 30% of its value wiped out in a flash. But depreciation is only the beginning of the story. The true pain often begins after purchase, when routine maintenance turns into a revolving door of expensive repairs. Oil leaks, air suspension issues, and software malfunctions are commonly reported. Many owners find themselves dealing with recurring problems that are not only difficult to diagnose, but also costly to fix, often requiring specialized parts and labor. Owning a Discovery means bracing yourself for frequent and often unpredictable issues. Owners report everything from faulty infotainment systems to suspension failures that make every repair visit an expensive gamble. And since these SUVs are packed with high-tech features, fixing even minor problems can come with luxury-level repair bills. What's worse, even if you manage to keep everything running smoothly, buyers in the used market are well aware of the Discovery's reputation. That means lower demand, slower sales, and an even steeper drop in value. For anyone who paid full price for a Discovery in 2024, the situation is looking grim. This SUV has proven once again that while Land Rovers may be great to look at, they can be a nightmare to own long-term. If you're still holding on to one, you might want to sell before it sinks even further. 11. 2024 Maserati Levante. Maserati is known for many things. Italian craftsmanship, high-performance engines, and, unfortunately, some of the worst depreciation rates in the luxury car world. The 2024 Levante is no exception, shedding a brutal 32% of its value in just 1 year. That's before factoring in the sky-high maintenance costs that come with owning a Maserati. On paper, the Levante promises exclusivity, a Ferrari-derived engine, and sleek Italian styling. But in reality, it struggles to hold its value, making it a risky investment. Reliability concerns have plagued this SUV for years, and the 2024 model is no different. Owners have reported a laundry list of issues ranging from electrical glitches to power steering failures and excessive brake wear. Even minor repairs can come with premium price tags, making the ownership experience less than ideal. Maserati vehicles have long suffered from expensive upkeep, and the Levante is no exception. Routine maintenance, such as oil changes and brake pad replacements, costs significantly more than its competitors, and that's before factoring in major repairs. The availability of replacement parts is another problem, with many components needing to be imported from Italy, leading to long wait times and inflated costs. When the 2024 Levante first arrived on the market, it came with a hefty price tag, ranging from $112,000 to $115,000. But fast forward just 12 months, and the luxury SUV has already shed a staggering $32,000 to $37,000 in value. That kind of rapid depreciation is a harsh reality check for anyone who expected their high-end vehicle to hold its worth. For used car buyers, the Levante's nosedive in value serves as a glaring red flag. Vehicles that depreciate this quickly often carry the additional stigma of unreliability, something that turns cautious shoppers away without a second thought. The issue is further compounded by Maserati's reputation in the luxury market. Unlike brands such as Porsche or Mercedes-Benz, which have built loyal customer bases and strong resale values, Maserati has struggled to maintain consistent reliability and customer satisfaction. The Levante, despite its promising performance and stylish design, simply doesn't hold up against its competitors in terms of dependability and long-term value retention. Buyers who want a high-performance luxury SUV are far more likely to opt for a Porsche Cayenne or a BMW X5, leaving the Levante in a tough spot when it comes to resale. With luxury car buyers becoming more conscious of long-term costs, the Levante's combination of high depreciation, expensive repairs, and questionable reliability makes it one of the biggest financial pitfalls in the SUV market today. 10. 2024 Nissan Murano. After nearly a decade of sticking with the same outdated platform, Nissan finally gave the Murano a long overdue redesign for 2025. The new model comes with a fresh powertrain, upgraded tech, and a completely revamped interior. While this might sound like good news for Nissan fans, it's terrible news for anyone who bought a 2024 Murano. The moment the new generation was announced, the outgoing model felt instantly outdated, and its resale value took a massive hit. In just 1 year, the 2024 Murano has lost a staggering 30% of its value. That's a $14,800 drop from its original price of $44,900, making it one of the worst depreciating SUVs on the market. But the redesign isn't the only reason for this brutal drop. The previous generation Murano was already struggling to stay relevant, built on a platform that dated all the way back to 2015. Compared to its fresher competition, it felt old and unexciting, which didn't help its resale value. Then there's Nissan's infamous CVT transmission, a weak spot that has plagued the Murano for years. Known for its reliability issues and expensive repairs, the CVT has scared away used car buyers, pushing the SUV's value down even further. Many Murano owners have reported premature transmission failures, often requiring full replacements that can cost thousands of dollars. Nissan's history of CVT problems has created a reputation that is hard to shake, and used car buyers are increasingly wary of investing in models equipped with this technology. Even though Nissan has made efforts to improve its CVTs over the years, the damage to consumer trust has already been done. Another factor contributing to the Murano's declining value is its lack of competitive features. While the 2024 model wasn't necessarily a bad SUV, it struggled to keep up with rivals offering better performance, more advanced driver assistance technology, and more efficient powertrains. Buyers in the mid-size SUV segment have plenty of choices, and with options like the Toyota Highlander, Honda Passport, and Hyundai Santa Fe providing better reliability and resale value, the Murano simply didn't stand out. Interior quality was another area where the Murano lagged behind. While it had a stylish design, the materials used in the cabin didn't always match up to competitors in the same price range. The infotainment system, while functional, felt outdated compared to the more advanced systems found in rivals. As a result, many buyers looking for a modern SUV with cutting-edge features bypassed the Murano for something newer and more refined. While the redesigned 2025 Murano may turn things around for the nameplate, the 2024 model is rapidly becoming one of the worst resale value disasters of the year. For those who bought one brand new, it's a tough pill to swallow. And for used car shoppers, while it may seem like a bargain at a heavily discounted price, the long-term reliability concerns might make it more trouble than it's worth. 09. 2024 Volkswagen ID.4. The Volkswagen ID.4 was supposed to be a game-changer for the brand, a practical and affordable electric SUV designed to compete with Tesla and establish Volkswagen as a serious player in the EV market. But for those who bought one in 2024, it has turned into an investment nightmare. In just 1 year, the ID.4 has lost a staggering 3% of its value, which translates to roughly $15,000 evaporating from its original price. So, what exactly went wrong? First, Volkswagen has been aggressively slashing prices on new ID.4 models, offering huge dealer incentives and discounts just to clear out inventory. When new models start selling at deep discounts, the resale value of pre-owned ones takes an immediate nosedive. Second, the EV market isn't what it was a couple of years ago. The initial hype surrounding electric vehicles has started to cool off, with slowing demand and rising skepticism about EV infrastructure, battery longevity, and long-term costs. And then there's the ID.4's notorious software issues. Volkswagen's infotainment system has been widely criticized for being glitchy, slow to respond, and frustrating to use. Early adopters expected cutting-edge technology, but instead, many found themselves dealing with bugs and system lags that only added to the SUV's woes. 08. 2024 Kia EV6. When the Kia EV6 first hit the market, it made waves with its futuristic design, ultra-fast charging, and sporty handling. It was hailed as a true Tesla competitor, offering high-tech features and a sleek, modern aesthetic. But just 1 year later, many EV6 owners are feeling the sting of massive depreciation. The resale value of the 2024 EV6 has taken a hard hit, making it one of the worst performing EVs in terms of value retention. So why is the EV6 losing its shine so quickly? One major reason is the ongoing EV price wars. Automakers, including Kia, have been dramatically reducing prices on new electric vehicles and stacking on incentives to attract buyers. This means last year's EV6 models are suddenly far less appealing, as buyers can now get a brand new one at a heavily discounted price. Why settle for a used EV6 when you can drive off the lot in a new one with all the latest updates and warranty benefits? Another issue plaguing the EV6 is the uncertainty surrounding EV adoption. While it was once seen as the future of driving, skepticism has started creeping in. Concerns about battery degradation, charging infrastructure, and resale value have made many potential buyers hesitate. And let's not forget the fact that Kia, despite making leaps in quality, still struggles with brand perception in the luxury EV space. Many consumers still lean toward Tesla or premium European brands, leaving the EV6 caught in an awkward middle ground where it's neither the most prestigious nor the most budget-friendly option. With EV prices continuing to shift unpredictably and consumer confidence in the segment wavering, the Kia EV6's future on the resale market looks uncertain at best. Owners who bought in at peak pricing are now watching their investment crumble, making it clear that even the most hyped electric SUVs are not immune to the harsh realities of depreciation. 07. 2024 Jaguar F-Pace. The 2024 Jaguar F-Pace seemed like a dream for those who wanted a blend of British luxury and sporty performance, sleek design, premium materials, and a dynamic driving experience should have made it a strong contender in the luxury SUV market. But for those who bought one last year, reality hit hard, and so did depreciation. In just 12 months, the F-Pace has shed a jaw-dropping $28,000 in value, a staggering 35.4% drop from its original price. For anyone expecting a luxury SUV to hold its worth, this has been nothing short of a financial gut punch. One of the biggest issues dragging down the F-Pace isn't the SUV itself, but Jaguar as a brand. The company is going through a massive identity crisis, desperately trying to reinvent itself with an all-electric future while discontinuing multiple models. This uncertainty has left both new and used car buyers hesitant. No one wants to invest in a brand that may not be around in its current form for much longer, and that hesitation trickles down into the pre-owned market. Jaguar has a long-standing reputation for vehicles that spend more time in the shop than on the road. The F-Pace is no exception. Owners have reported everything from electrical failures to malfunctioning infotainment systems, not to mention the sky-high repair costs that come with maintaining a Jaguar. Even when things aren't breaking down, regular servicing can be painfully expensive. Luxury vehicles are supposed to come with premium experiences, but no one signs up for premium frustration. Even though the F-Pace offers a stylish exterior, a comfortable cabin, and decent driving dynamics, those perks quickly lose their appeal when combined with poor reliability and massive depreciation. For those who bought a 2024 F-Pace thinking they were getting a refined and sophisticated luxury SUV, the past year has been a wake-up call. 06 2024 Infiniti QX80. Infiniti finally pulled the trigger on a long-overdue redesign for the QX80 in 2025, but instead of giving the outgoing 2024 model a dignified farewell, it effectively sealed its fate as a financial disaster for anyone who bought one. The new version brings modern technology, a sleek design refresh, and an upgraded twin-turbo V6, instantly making the 2024 QX80 feel like a relic of the past. The result is a brutal 36% depreciation in just 1 year. Originally priced at $79,000, the 2024 QX80 has lost over $28,000 in value in a shockingly short time. That's an enormous loss for an SUV that was already struggling to find buyers, even when it was brand new. The problem is an aging platform that has been around for more than a decade. While Infiniti attempted to keep the QX80 relevant over the years with minor updates, the reality is that the SUV remained largely unchanged, stuck in a time warp while competitors were evolving. The moment Infiniti unveiled the 2025 redesign, the 2024 model became instantly obsolete, with little reason for buyers to even consider a used one. Beyond the redesign, Infiniti itself hasn't done the QX80 any favors. As Nissan's luxury division, Infiniti has been on a downward spiral for years, struggling to stay relevant in a segment dominated by brands like Lexus, Acura, and even Genesis. Sales have been steadily declining, dealerships have been closing or restructuring, and customer confidence in the brand's long-term future is shaky at best. Buyers are understandably hesitant to drop big money on a brand that doesn't seem to have a clear path forward. Even aside from the brand's troubles, the QX80 itself was showing its age long before the redesign. The outdated infotainment system, old-school interior layout, and clunky driving experience made it feel like a relic from the early 2010s rather than a cutting-edge luxury SUV. Then there's the engine, a thirsty, naturally aspirated V8 that guzzled fuel at a rate that felt completely out of touch with modern efficiency standards. With gas prices fluctuating, buyers have been leaning toward more fuel-efficient or hybrid options, making the QX80's massive appetite for fuel another strike against it. The resale market has been just as unkind, with Infiniti's brand perception weakening and a completely revamped model already on the road. The demand for used 2024 QX80s is practically non-existent. Buyers who can afford a luxury SUV would much rather go for the fresh new 2025 version, or opt for a more established luxury brand with a proven track record. The ones looking for a deal in the used market, they're not eager to gamble on an Infiniti with a history of falling resale values. For anyone who bought a 2024 QX80 thinking it was a safe, premium investment, the past year has been an expensive lesson. It's clear that this SUV was doomed the moment Infiniti decided to finally move forward. 05 2024 Tesla Model X. The Tesla Model X has been one of the most recognizable electric SUVs on the market, famous for its falcon wing doors, cutting-edge tech, and blistering acceleration. But for anyone who bought one in 2024, the resale value collapse has been nothing short of brutal. In just a year, the Model X has depreciated by 36.4%, wiping out $32,000 from its original $88,000 price tag. The biggest reason for this freefall? Tesla's relentless price cuts. In an effort to stay ahead of the competition, Tesla has been aggressively slashing prices on new Model X units. When a brand new version is suddenly thousands of dollars cheaper than it was last year, used ones instantly lose their appeal. No one wants to pay top dollar for a one-year-old Model X when they can get a brand new one at a discount. Then there's Tesla's brand image problem. CEO Elon Musk's increasingly controversial political actions have alienated some buyers, leading to a surge in used Tesla inventory. More Model X's hitting the used market means lower demand and lower prices. Musk's political presence has become a polarizing factor, and it's having a direct impact on how people perceive the Tesla brand. The EV market itself is also in a weird spot. Interest rates are rising, government incentives for electric vehicles are shifting, and demand isn't as strong as it was a couple of years ago. For the Model X, all these factors combined have resulted in one of the steepest depreciation rates in the luxury SUV segment. Owners who thought they were investing in the future are now realizing they were also investing in one of the fastest sinking vehicles on the market. 04 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 5. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 was supposed to be the future of electric vehicles. For a while, it actually was. With its eye-catching retro-futuristic design, solid driving range, and ultra-fast charging capabilities, it quickly became one of the most talked-about EVs on the market. It had all the right ingredients to be a game-changer, until the market turned against it. Despite all the initial hype, the 2024 Ioniq 5 is now suffering one of the worst depreciation drops among electric vehicles. In just a single year, it has lost a shocking 39.1% of its value, shedding around $17,000 from its original price. That's a brutal financial hit for anyone who bought one last year, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not exactly surprising. The entire EV market has been going through a price meltdown, and the Ioniq 5 got caught in the crossfire. Electric vehicle prices are crashing across the board. Tesla, the dominant force in the EV space, has been slashing prices aggressively to keep up with increased competition and slowing demand. Hyundai followed suit, offering deep discounts and generous incentives on brand new Ioniq 5 models. With automakers flooding the market with new EVs and battling for market share, depreciation on older models has been brutal. The Ioniq 5 isn't alone in this struggle, but given how well it was initially received, its downfall has been especially painful. Beyond the price war, the Ioniq 5, and EVs in general, have another problem: range anxiety and charging accessibility. While Hyundai's EV platform is solid, the charging infrastructure in many areas remains unreliable. Public fast chargers are often broken, busy, or in inconvenient locations, making long-distance travel a headache. Buyers who were once eager to embrace the EV revolution are starting to reconsider, leading to weaker demand in the used market. Then there's battery degradation, a growing concern for used EV buyers. Even though modern EVs are designed to hold up well over time, the uncertainty around battery lifespan and replacement costs is enough to scare off some buyers. Given all these factors, the Ioniq 5's resale value has taken a major hit. 3. 2024 Tesla Model Y. When the Tesla Model Y hit the market in 2020, it quickly became a massive success. As a compact SUV with impressive range, strong performance, and access to Tesla's unrivaled charging network, it appealed to a wide range of buyers, from families looking for practicality to tech enthusiasts who wanted cutting-edge software. It didn't take long for the Model Y to become Tesla's best-selling vehicle and one of the most popular EVs in the world. Fast forward to 2024, and things have taken a sharp turn. In just 1 year, the Model Y has lost 40% of its value, shedding a staggering $23,360 from its original $58,000 price tag. That's an eye-watering drop for a vehicle that was once considered a safe investment in the EV world. So what went wrong? One of the biggest reasons for the Model Y's massive depreciation is Tesla's own production strategy. Following the opening of Tesla's Gigafactory in Texas, Model Y production ramped up to an all-time high. This led to an oversupply problem. Tesla simply built too many, flooding the market with inventory. In response, the company slashed prices on new vehicles multiple times throughout the year. For used Model Y owners, this was a nightmare scenario. A car that cost nearly $60,000 brand new in early 2023 could now be had for significantly less, instantly devaluing the previous year's models. Beyond Tesla's pricing chaos, there's another factor that made the Model Y's resale value even more unpredictable: Elon Musk himself. His public actions and statements have a direct impact on Tesla's brand perception. His controversial political takes, erratic social media activity, and leadership decisions have alienated some customers, making Tesla ownership a polarizing choice. For some buyers, Tesla is still the best EV brand on the planet. For others, Musk's unpredictability is a deal-breaker, pushing them toward alternatives like Rivian, Hyundai, or even legacy automakers now entering the EV space. This shifting sentiment has contributed to the Model Y's rapid depreciation. Despite all of this, the Model Y is still a well-rounded electric SUV. It boasts one of the best charging networks in the world, strong battery performance, and excellent software integration that keeps it feeling fresh even as it ages. Tesla's over-the-air updates continuously improve the vehicle, giving it an edge over traditional automakers that struggle with software updates. But in today's brutal EV market, even being a great car isn't enough to maintain value. With Tesla's aggressive price cuts, production surpluses, and shifting public perception, the 2024 Model Y became one of the worst depreciating vehicles of the year. Anyone who bought one at full price last year is now looking at a massive financial loss, and there's no guarantee the situation will improve anytime soon. 2. 2024 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio. If there's one thing Alfa Romeo is known for, aside from its undeniable Italian flair and thrilling performance, it's steep depreciation. The Stelvio Quadrifoglio, the high-performance SUV that was supposed to redefine what an Italian luxury crossover could be, is no exception. In just 1 year, a pre-owned 2024 Stelvio Quadrifoglio has lost a jaw-dropping 42% of its value, shedding a painful $38,700 from its original $92,000 price tag. That's a financial hit no buyer wants to take, and there are some clear reasons why this SUV's value is vanishing into thin air. Let's be honest, Alfa Romeo's reputation for reliability is, well, questionable at best. Despite efforts to improve quality, the brand is still haunted by stories of electrical gremlins, finicky software, and drivetrain problems. For a luxury SUV that costs nearly six figures, that's a huge red flag. Buyers who want exhilarating performance also expect dependability, and unfortunately, Alfa Romeo still hasn't convinced enough people that its vehicles will hold up in the long run. The Stelvio Quadrifoglio sits in a tricky spot. It's a performance SUV, but it's competing against heavyweight rivals like the Porsche Macan GTS and the BMW X3M, both of which not only hold their value better, but also come with stronger brand loyalty. While Alfa's enthusiasts appreciate its unique character, the average luxury SUV buyer leans towards brands that have a more established reputation for long-term value. The driving experience is undeniably thrilling, but depreciation like this makes it a tough pill to swallow. Unless you're buying one purely for the love of Italian engineering, you might want to think twice before pulling the trigger on a brand new one. 01 2024 Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV. If you need proof that Mercedes-Benz's EV strategy has stumbled hard, look no further than the EQS SUV. This was supposed to be the future of Mercedes' flagship luxury SUVs, a high-tech, ultra-premium electric SUV designed to take on Tesla, Rivian, and Lucid. On paper, it had everything: a massive hyperscreen, cutting-edge technology, and the prestige of the three-pointed star. But in reality, it's one of the biggest depreciation disasters in the car market today. In just 1 year, the 2024 EQS SUV has lost a staggering 47.8% of its value, shedding a mind-blowing $65,000 from its original $136,650 price tag. That's nearly half of its value gone like it never existed. So what went so horribly wrong? For a vehicle carrying such a massive price tag, expectations were sky high. Unfortunately, the reality didn't live up to the hype. Many owners were disappointed by the interior materials, which didn't feel nearly as premium as you'd expect from a six-figure Mercedes. The tech, while ambitious, felt overcomplicated and unintuitive. And when it came to driving experience, it simply didn't have the same commanding presence as its gas-powered counterpart, the GLS. Buyers who wanted a luxury EV quickly realized they had better options elsewhere. Tesla's Model X offers a far more refined software experience, while the BMW iX delivers a better balance of luxury and performance. Mercedes aimed to dominate the electric SUV space, but instead, the EQS SUV ended up feeling like a half-baked experiment. Electric vehicles have been experiencing brutal depreciation across the board, and the EQS SUV got hit harder than most. Tesla's relentless price cuts on new vehicles made it difficult for high-end EVs like the EQS to hold their value. Why would anyone pay close to $100,000 for a used EQS SUV when Tesla is selling brand new Model X's for significantly less? That price war alone crushed its resale value before it even had a chance to establish itself. And then there's the charging infrastructure problem. While Tesla owners have the luxury of a well-established supercharger network, Mercedes EV buyers have to rely on a much more inconsistent and often unreliable charging network. This has made potential buyers hesitant, further tanking demand for the EQS SUV in the used market. Alright, so that's it for this video. And if you want to watch more amazing content like this, check out some of our other videos. Bye!